Alright guys, so you guys ready for the bad news? So, tragedy has struck once again in the form of Windows Update, which I thoroughly hate because every time you turn off the automatic updates or automatic restarts, when you do the updates, it turns itself back on. Because Windows 10. So basically, as I was recording the race, I was just going through and just doing my thing and everything. I was doing okay. And the computer restarted. I just looked over and I had my blue screen saying that it was a little thing going around and telling me like, hey, Windows is updating. And I'm like, you motherfricker. So, as what happened with Kingdom Hearts, I went back and tried to get look at the footage after the restart was done and everything like that, and it was corrupt. It did it again. So unfortunately, I can't bring you guys the Infineon race. I can tell you what kind of happened. I'm so sorry guys that this happened again. I just need to be more aware, just pay attention when I'm recording, because I get into, I guess, quote unquote, as What If would call it, I get into sweat mode. I'm just completely focused on the screen. I had to be for the Infineon race, but unfortunately, because of that, I wasn't paying attention enough. And by the time the race was finished, and I'd finished the race, I looked over, and like I said, the computer's restarting. So once again, guys, I'm really, really sorry about that. That just burns me up, man. You have no idea how much that irritates me. But that was, if you were watching the race, I would have told you that this was my last race with Rockwell Automation, at least for the contract anyway. The contract was up after this race. We started last, like I expected to. But we actually finished 21st, and that was due to pit strategy and cautions falling in the right place, basically. So we pitted early. Didn't go a lap down, surprisingly. I was actually gaining some spots. I got up to 33rd before I pit. I pit early. A few other cars, like 10 other cars, pitted early. Caution came out. I didn't go a lap down, but that I was able to stay out. I started 11th, fell back to 21st, which is where I wound up finishing. And it was a stressful race, to say the least, or whatever. It would have definitely been a lot of post-commentary stuff, because like I said, I went into complete sweat mode after a while, trying to work my way up through the field and everything. And I was surprised I could. I was actually making passes on the outside or on the high lane in some cases, but that was just because they were bottling up a lot when on the starts. But once they were spread out and everything, that's when everything kind of settled. Tire wear was it was a mofo. Tire wear was bad. So that played a lot, but the AI also suffered tire wear, so it was kind of fun because everyone was kind of sliding everywhere. It's just like, there was one moment where you'll see like Sterling Marlin up in the points there, but Sterling Marlin got in front of me and he just kind of like threw it into the corner, and it was actually kind of realistic. He lost it. I mean, he didn't spin or anything, but he lost it. Like, he lost the car a little bit, and I was able to get back around him. But that happened to me on a couple occasions. Like, I dive bombed into the corner and I just couldn't hold it, and it would start to get away from me, and it was kind of fun in that regard, which that's why I wanted to. I wish you guys could have seen it, man. It was actually pretty fun. We didn't get either of our sponsor objectives, which sucked. Well, we got one because our average start has to be like 20th or something like that, but we had to finish in 15th to get sponsor objective, to get the $1 million. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. And I don't know what the sponsorship objectives are going to be moving forward. As you can see, we're back in the 83. I don't know what the objectives are going to be for I don't know what the objectives are going to be for Rockwell moving forward. It might be, I don't know, it might be too much. Might not be. We might be back with Rockwell and RCR, but it's a possibility we may be finishing this out in the 83. So it just depends. It really just depends. I would like to come back to Rockwell and finish it out with RCR. I liked racing for them, but we'll just have to see. But anyway, I might as well give you guys the point standings after this. We're 6, 241 points back. Let's go ahead and give you the rundown. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Now, Dale Earnhardt Jr. started 35th in this race, and he finished like in the top 10 because of the way the cautions worked out and everything. Jeff Gordon fell back a little bit. Jeff Gordon was up starting like in the top 5. But man, it just burns me up that happened again. So I just need to be more conscious whenever the Windows update happens. So I'll just try to be more conscious of that. As I said, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is still the points leader. He's 103 points ahead of second place, Jonathan Wolf. Mark Martin is third, 178 points back. Fourth is Sterling Marlin, 208 points back. 229 points back in the top 5 is Dale Jarrett. We are 6, 241 points back. Rusty Wallace is 287 points back in 7th place. Matt Kenseth, 398 points back in 8th place. 9th place is Tony Stewart, 423 points back. And rounding out the top 10 is Jimmy Johnson, 425 points back. Unfortunately, our teammate Kevin Harvick has fallen out of the top 10. And another thing, a little novelty here that I would have liked to have seen, Amy Hicks started 3rd in that race. I don't remember where she finished because I didn't go through the race results or anything like that. I was upset, so I started to just go ahead and restart the system, but I'm just like, man, I don't know if I'll get another finish like that, and I just gotta kind of take what I can get. I'm always I try to be that way. If I DNF, I DNF. If I win, I win. If I finish 20th, I finish 20th. I try to be that way, and I in order to do that, I had to just, in order to maintain that anyway, I just left it the way it was. I don't know where she finished, but she started 3rd, and that was awesome. There were a few females in the race. Sue Finch was also in the race, and a few others. Let's see. Let's go to the awards. The winner of the race is Jimmy Johnson. After, like I said, cautions fell the right way because these guys started in the back. So a lot of people got lucky. I got semi-lucky, I guess. Awards for the week. Donnie Wolf got the pole award. Scott Wimmer led the most laps of the race. I know, right? Ricky Craven moved up the most spots. He started 41st. I don't know where he finished, but he started 41st, so I remember him being in front of me. Fastest pace of the race. Are you surprised, Dale Jarrett? Rookie of the race is Chad Chaffin, which he's just building up those points by now and just kind of running away with the Rookie of the Year honors. And move of the race, most exciting pass of the race goes to Jeff Burton. I will say yes, because he almost dumped me one time, so that was probably him. Let's see. Chad Chaffin, like I said, he's running away with that. Jackpot 5, no Jackpot 5 winners. We are going to Daytona, so I think we're eligible. We can get an extra Noble million if we win that race. Manufacturer Chevy starting to pull away some now, and lap champion is still being led by Dale Earnhardt Jr., although Dale Jarrett is catching up. He's only 10 points back on the season. So yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I don't know. I mean, there's really nothing I could really do about that. It just is what it is. Like I said, I'm going to be more conscious of this now, because I don't know what to do. I don't know why it does that. It's like I turn it off, and I'm like, okay, I know what a Windows update is doing, and I'll do a Windows update, and I guess I just forgot this week, and or just to check after the last one, because I usually do. I usually check after I do the Windows update, and I always have to turn the automatic updates off. So, like, I do, and trust me, I do my Windows updates. I do them manually, but for some reason it turns them back on and randomly, and then, something like this will happen. And you know how it is. Your computer doesn't care if you're doing something. It's just like, I'm shutting down now. Hope you weren't doing anything important. So, yeah, this happened. And every time it happens, the file corrupts itself. So it's just like, there's nothing I could do to recover it. So it's unfortunate, but we'll see. We're going to Daytona. We're starting the second half of the season. This was the last of the NASCAR on Fox themed races. So unfortunately, I couldn't bring you the intro for this one. But anyway. Positivity. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry again, but like I said, I'm going to be more mindful of this in the future, much more mindful, and I'm not going to get lazy or anything like that. And like I said, I just forgot to check. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. And again, I apologize, but thank you so much for tuning into McBlam Racing on McBlam Entertainment. We try to bring a little bit of enjoyment to your day every day. If you enjoy these races, I try to do them every weekend following the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series. And man, I wish I could have brought you this race. I really do. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, I really appreciate it. And I will see you at Daytona.